Hey, I'm Alicia and you're watching Raw Synergy TV. In a recent video, I shared a little bit about my 80-10-10 journey and some things that I wish I would have done differently. I mentioned a few things that I wish that I would have continued using, and I had a few people ask what the benefits were of the things that I mentioned. So today I'm going to start with raw apple cider vinegar because I've experienced so many wonderful benefits from using it. One of the biggest benefits I've experienced from using raw organic apple cider vinegar is that my menstrual migraines just completely disappear when I take this. When I first went raw, I used raw apple cider vinegar every single day, and I never ever experienced a menstrual migraine. I never experienced cramps or PMS or anything like that. And I didn't know why. I just related it to the raw food diet, assumed my menstrual migraines were over forever. However, when I switched to the 80-10-10 diet and completely eliminated vinegar from my diet, I started to slowly notice the menstrual migraines creeping back in. And I couldn't figure out the reason for a very long time. And then one day, I just finally figured it out, and I started using the apple cider vinegar again on a regular basis, and no more menstrual migraines at all. The second thing, as I mentioned, the PMS and the cramps and everything hormonal related that I had a problem with before, I no longer had a problem with. Now, switching to the 80-10-10 diet definitely did help PMS, hormones, and balancing those things out. But I noticed once I started consuming more overt fats, not going above 10%, but just having it regularly, I noticed that I would get cramps and I would get periodic discomfort from having more overt fat during the times when I would have my cycle. But bringing the apple cider vinegar back into my diet made them all go away again. The third thing is that I found it to really help with digestion. Now, I came to this lifestyle with digestive issues, and the majority of my digestive issues completely vanished just switching to a high fruit, completely raw diet. However, I can still tell there are some minor little things with my digestion because when I do eat overt fats, I notice if I don't take a digestive enzyme, my skin breaks out. So I've been experimenting more with digestive enzymes, but I've noticed with the regular consumption of raw apple cider vinegar that my skin has been much better and my digestion seems to be better as well. I really wish I understood what was going on inside my body, why I have problems with the fats and not being able to digest them. I'm sure it's something related to my gallbladder or liver and something to do with digesting. Somewhere something is a little off. So there are just minor little things that still need clearing up. And whatever those are, apple cider vinegar just seems to help tremendously. In addition, as I've mentioned in many videos, my eye seems to get really swollen sometimes, and I've noticed for the most part it happens in the summer and in the winter. I don't know why, I still haven't figured it out yet. Many times I've thought that I had it figured out, that I thought it was a certain fruit or something, but no, I haven't been able to pinpoint it yet. Something is still making my eye get really swollen and break out with eye styes. I have no idea what it is yet, I'm still trying to figure it out, but it does seem like the apple cider vinegar helps to minimize the swelling and make the eye styes go down just from taking it internally. Another interesting factor of the apple cider vinegar is how much it helps little aches and pains. I know for myself, the raw food diet pretty much takes care of all aches and pains for me, but I still every once in a while get a little ache or a pain or overdo it with exercise or something like that. And when I regularly consume the apple cider vinegar, it really helps to make those aches and pains just disappear. One of the more recent things that I've noticed that I'm really happy about is it's helping me to get really deep, restful sleep. I've always been more of a light sleeper. which kind of bothers me because I love to get a good, deep, restful night's sleep. But I was really feeling restless lately, waking up multiple times in the night, tossing and turning, and just not feeling very rested. But as I've started incorporating the apple cider vinegar back into my diet on a regular basis, consuming it every day, I've noticed that I've been falling into the deepest, most restful sleep, and it's been really wonderful. Something else that I've noticed, just from the times when I've been using the apple cider vinegar and when I haven't, I've noticed that my hair doesn't shed as much when I'm regularly taking the apple cider vinegar. Typically, I'll find my hair shedding a lot, and when I'm taking the apple cider vinegar, I don't notice it shedding, and my hair definitely is looking thicker these days. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I don't know if it's related to apple cider vinegar, but I can definitely tell you it's not shedding as much. Now, apple cider vinegar has been used for centuries, and Hippocrates even used it to help many of his patients with multiple ailments. So all of these things that I just shared with you are all things that have benefited just from me taking it internally. I have also benefited from using it topically. Now, ever since I was a young child, I've always had this weird, gunky, flaky stuff on my scalp. It's kind of like dandruff, but not. I don't really know what it is, but when I use apple cider vinegar on my scalp, it does seem to help this tremendously. So I'll take like an 8-ounce applicator bottle and I'll put about this much apple cider vinegar in there, fill the rest up with filtered water, get in the shower, wet my hair, and then I run the apple cider vinegar water through my hair and scalp and kind of rub it in. And then I'll apply whatever cleanser or shampoo I'm going to use. And then afterwards, I'll leave a little bit in the bottle and I'll dilute that even more so that it's really diluted. And then I'll use it as a rinse on my scalp and rinse that out. It seems to help my scalp. The last thing that I want to share is that I completely got rid of a wart that I had on my thumb. I had this big funky wart on my thumb. It just kept getting bigger and more unsightly and embarrassing. So I just applied apple cider vinegar, covered it with a Band-Aid, and within a few days it was completely gone. If any of you have warts and you're interested in seeing exactly how I did this whole process, I'd be happy to share in a video. Those are the many ways in which apple cider vinegar has helped me. Most vinegars on the market are very acidic and not good for your body. However, raw apple cider vinegar and raw coconut vinegar are very different. If you look online, you will find myriad uses and benefits of apple cider vinegar. The raw organic apple cider vinegar, I really like Bragg's. That's the one that I use and prefer. It's funny because in the very beginning of my 80-10-10 journey and for many years of following the 80-10-10 diet, I completely turned up my nose at the apple cider vinegar, thinking it was bad, that it was wrong to use, that it was harmful. So I completely understand that many of you watching this video may feel the way that I used to when I was first following 80-10-10 and was told that raw apple cider vinegar was unhealthy and that it was bad for you. But hopefully you can understand that I'm not telling you that you should use it. I'm just sharing the benefits that I've experienced because I definitely noticed the difference between not using it and using it. There were clear, definite differences, and it was very obvious to me that it was the apple cider vinegar because it was the only thing that I took out and then the only thing that I added back in when I saw the differences. So I encourage you, if this at all interests you, research the benefits. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you're new here, Raw Synergy is where real food and a balanced life create health and peace of mind. And I would love to help you on your health journey. So be sure to click the subscribe button right now, right here, so that you can stay up to date with all of the videos here on Raw Synergy TV. I also love connecting with you, so be sure to leave me a comment right down below this video. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know if you used raw apple cider vinegar, or let me know if you have any questions. That's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.